doo-doo.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another
Hold
Folk in
on.
Scotland. Oh,
Hold on.
for God's sake. Let me get through this line
I love
once.
cow tit juice. Do you want some of my cow tit
No, I
juice?
don't. And you're drinking
You've
it out of
milked a
fan.
cow.
No,
What animals have you milked?
none you'll find.
I've milked, listen, a horse, a goat.
Dude, it's
a
not
sheep.
milking. Yeah.
No, not wanking. I
Oh,
milked them.
I just assumed.
A pig and a cow. We got taken.
Were you allowed to do this?
Yes,
All right.
all on school trips. We got
Okay.
taken to the dairy
Yeah.
and we milked a series of cows. And then, but the dairy was good. They pasteurised it. They had a pasteurisation machine on site
Okay.
in the dairy.
Sensible.
It's the finest glass of milk I've ever had. So it was just fresh out of the pasteuriser. So from the tip, we saw the process. Wonderful.
I just realised I haven't done something.
What have you not done? Switched on the thing? Because the whole, but we'd said to them, can I get some of that milk straight from the tip?
Yeah.
And the woman said, no, it's got to be pasteurised because you can't drink non-pasteurised milk. It's very
Okay.
bad. You can die drinking it.
You don't want to die.
But the thing in America now is you
The
go
cow
to
will
the
kick you.
countryside, you have 12 bairns, and then you thin them out by giving them non-pasteurised milk. This is an American thing.
raw milk, I
Raw
believe
milk.
it's called.
It's
it will
really-
kill you.
It will kill you. You could be fine, but it
But
could
it
kill
could
you.
kill you as well.
America,
people.
man.
No, we're not going down the America route again.
You know
because-
what? You know a man who
Nah.
would drink non-pasteurised raw milk. That's a brave man, but a stupid,
Stupid man.
Okay, now Texas
Oh,
is
you
like, don't
started
tread on
something.
me.
You started something.
It's true, though.
Before we begin, I would like to share something. Now, a lot of people probably know about this, and actually it leads into today's
Oh,
show
they know
as
about
well.
what? Do I know about this?
Before I got here early, as I always do.
No, not very. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I was coming up the corridor. I heard a dry noise, like sandpaper, like somebody taking a sheet of that shagreen shark skin and rubbing it against a concrete floor. And I came along. The door was open, and he was pleasuring himself here.
I was clearing the air,
He's pleasuring himself
and I was spending some time on the phone, and I've become obsessed.
with.
Corey Feldman live. Watch Corey Feldman play
No.
guitar. No,
He'll be a terrible musician.
he's not a musician.
No,
He can't play.
is he like Steven Seagal?
No.
He's worse,
No, he picks up the guitar and his hands don't know what to do. And he hits it.
like Johnny Depp.
And he just, no. What? You have to see it to
I'm
believe
not
it.
watching that
It's wonderful.
because it's like.
It's a level of
It's like
cringe.
It's like no, but he is a haunted ghost of my childhood.
he's so damaged.
He
But
got fucked terribly.
terribly. Terribly.
But he won't say who did it.
But let's take that out of it and listen to his music.
Right, hold on. If you're a star, a child star,
Yeah.
you get taken out of school to make all these Goonies films and stuff,
Yeah.
and you're getting all the fame, you're getting a lot of sweeties, you're getting a lot of milkshakes, but you're getting cornholed for all these fucking fat producers.
This seems
Are
to
you
be the
not
way
entitled to fuck about with a guitar if it makes you happy? Will you not even give him that?
Well, what's happened is
You want him to be Spanish guitar in it?
Wait, hold on. Limp Bizkit has went on tour and they've got, as their support bands, it's like a mini festival thing. There's a lot of support bands. No, but hold on. It's like a freak show. Support. So all the support bands are awful, but they don't know because they're now on tour.
Awful.
It doesn't matter. They're selling out stadiums. So when you go and see Limp Bizkit, you've got to sit through Corey Feldman. Now, what he does with the guitar, he goes ding 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 ding, and then lets it drone out, and then goes thank you.
Was Johnny Depp not doing similar?
He can almost play in tune. Now, I'm not going to say play in tune,
Ah.
almost. Corey Feldman doesn't know what the strings do.
He's got cheekbones to die for.
He has amazing...
Has he got
and,
those women supporting him, his wife and all the hookers and that?
and he's got all these angels, and
Do you know
one girl looks like she's been kidnapped.
who's the lead singer from Limp Bizkit? A face I'd punch.
Fred Durst.
He's got one of these faces, and think, bear with me here. Robbie Williams,
Yes.
Fred Durst, the cunt that drove over a car, his own car and he's 17. They have the same face.
Oh,
It's a
God.
smashable face.
That's right.
Small nose, funny forehead. You just smash.
You're
Smash.
right.
Smash.
I've never thought of that.
Fred Durst, right? Fred Durst was not balding. Fred Durst shaved his head on purpose. Fred Durst has a full head of curly hair.
But that's fine. That's great. Why do you find that so offensive?
I always assumed he was just a balding man who shaved his head like he was not bald. He shaved his head. Turns out he wasn't.
Oh.
He's the only middle-aged man that shaved his head but he wasn't balding.
I'll be honest with you.
Seen the film he made?
Yeah, terrible. But if I'd known how I'd look with a shaved head compared to having hair, I would have shaved it earlier. I didn't know.
Sure.
Yeah,
You've got that thing.
No. The thing's fine. I'm proud of the thing. But
well, it's not one thing, it's a couple.
Well, it's a few of them, but I'm happy with it.
You're happy with it, okay.
No, I didn't realise that and I was talking about this yesterday. People say, they think if you've got long hair, you've put effort in, you're making a statement. No, long hair is lazy.
No, it's not true. You have to wash
lazy.
it, mate. Having long hair, you need to wash.
No, you washed it. You wash your short hair. You wash your long hair.
No, but long hair takes longer to deal with.
Doesn't.
It does.
I used to wash it, and then you just go out wet. I didn't dry it or anything.
You go out wet, you dirty bitch.
I didn't dry it.
You walk about Dundee wet.
Just wet.
No wonder you've got in such trouble over your life.
I didn't care. No, it's lazy.
You sleazy bastard.
Right, okay, I'll prove it. Chris Shadwins. No effort's gone into that heat.
I don't think about him. I just don't think about his.
It's now in
your head. Don't think about his processes. Imagine
that long curly hair, top to bottom.
Imagine the fucking stuff he's putting in his hair.
God,
the salves,
the
augments, the ointments,
he'll have the body colour of a lurcher.
Yeah. You know how if you shave a cat,
and
it's a tortoiseshell cat. When you shave the cat, it's tortoiseshell coloured skin.
Yeah. But
that's him.
But there's a lot of pink as well.
Pink, very pink.
It's like when you shave a cat, like it's getting an operation, it looks exactly like me getting out of the bath. It's horrific.
Fuck.
It's horrific. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Folk in Scotland, where the last show I started it by complaining that there was no heat. And then the following couple of days...
It's been hot as fuck.
It's hot as fuck.
I
know what I realised? I haven't been out.
Dundonians come up to me all the time and complain it's not hot enough because I don't like the heat. I say to them, shut up, you small fucking.
But the last few days, it's hot
but
as
the
hell.
world's just heated up like fuck.
The weekend was
they say the Gulf Stream's going to end.
Oh God. Yeah, but that means we'll get colder.
We're fucked.
Yeah, we'll get colder.
Yeah, but the rest will heat up. But in the next 10 years.
But you know what will happen? Think of tourism. The world's burning and roasting, but you come to Scotland and it's -6. People will come here like we'll be the new Lanzarote.
The Scottish people.
Yeah, but
it's not Lanzarote. When people go to fucking Santa Land and Lapland, that's quirky. Scotland won't be like that. You won't be able to
go there anymore because it'll be under 100 foot of ice.
Good.
We'll be a nice balance.
I watched a film last night.
Yeah.
The Book of Unsavoury, Ungentlemanly Wartime Practices.
Yeah.
I switched off halfway through and I will never watch the rest of it. Guy Ritchie is the worst film director.
Yeah, it's meant to be terrible.
It's
his ridiculous version of Inglourious Basterds.
What I despise is, now the Labour Party are going to be making public schools pay VAT.
Okay.
They should go further. They should blow all these schools up, salt the earth and shoot everyone involved.
Sounding
because the end result
reasonable.
Of these schools existing
Guy Ritchie.
is that film. It's posh people like they've won the Second World War. And it's all just fucking haircuts and suits. It is appalling. And it dares. Why I switched off, it dares to pretend it's Casablanca. Now, Casablanca is one of my favourite films.
It's no Blackbird.
It's one of the great... Casablanca is...
I stopped you there. That offended
you. That's what Blackbird did as well.
Yeah.
The Casablanca is just the perfect film. It's all set on sets. And you feel like you're in Casablanca. That acting's wonderful.
Yeah.
This pile of shit Guy Ritchie film is terrible. It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
I'm going to have to watch it.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
The problem is, because this is what happens with us. If we say something's a good film, some of our listeners, and welcome to new patrons.
There's new ones.
But some of our listeners will go, you know what, I'm going to give that a go.
This is an example of his crottiness, the horribleness of him. There's a guy in it that's based on a real character, say Captain Hayes, right?
Mm-hmm.
This guy was a proper fucking hero.
Mm-hmm.
He was involved in all these secret off-the-books operations, like a spy.
Okay.
He stole these boats under the eyes of the Nazis. It was a fucking bloodbath. All these people died. He managed to get out with the skin of his teeth, fled through Europe. He ended up being fucking dobbed in by a French double agent,
Okay.
and the Germans tortured him and killed him.
Right.
His life alone is incredible, boys' own stuff.
Okay.
They've just got him as an Irishman with a bunnet in the film.
But this is what
It's
happens.
insulting.
It's insulting.
It's like another one, the
Oh,
second
God.
worst film. But it's things annoy me. But this
Jesus.
is poshification of things.
I understand what you're saying.
Operation Paperclip.
Yes.
Right. Wonderful story. The first film they made of it, it's all right. They remade it, and it's just poshos masturbating each other. And there's a
Are they in
scene.
boardrooms? Are they
Yeah.
in rooms that are all wooden?
Aye.
That's
There's
what
a
happens.
bit in it where they have
Yeah.
the body and they're mocking the body of the guy they used. They're like laughing about it because he looks dead and they're trying to make him look alive. And I was infuriated by it. Posh fucks. Who's that fucker? Okay, just all these posh actors we've got.
Yeah.
We need a cull in this country.
We need some working class,
Yes.
middle-aged, balding
Yeah.
actors
Mm.
with bad eyesight.
But they've all
I'm not
come
going to
back.
say who.
But in the 60s, it was all fashionable to be working class accents. Now it's all kind of huge.
But don't you think that was just working class baiting? That was just throwing a trolling net.
No, people.
Over-
There was a certain anger in the country, and it became cool to have a regional accent. Those days are long gone.
But that's what the BBC do now. You think there's regional accents, but that's only people that are at that. The ones that you see on telly or hear on the radio. Then behind the scenes, nobody.
The
It's
only
all posh
working class people are on EastEnders and fucking the River City. Everybody else is just posh.
That's the way it goes, man. That's the
I
way
was
it goes.
speaking, so the people know the ongoing saga of
Okay.
the Keeler Centre.
Okay.
So I walked through the Keeler Centre yesterday.
And what's it like?
I walked from one end to the other.
Right,
I
exciting.
never saw anybody.
Nobody. You're the only one there.
It's the only person.
Have you noticed when you go in there now that your feet are really loud?
Yeah.
The echoing's unbelievable.
But there was an empty shop full of mannequins. Right?
What?
So I was speaking to a Polis the other day.
A polis.
A Polis.
Grammar.
And we're chatting. A Polis.
A
So we're
Polis.
speaking. Big sergeant guy, big lad. And we're speaking about the kids in Dundee are feral. They're just awful.
Mm-hmm.
They're just causing all kinds of shit. Setting fire to everything.
Okay.
Just, it's not silliness. It's not japery. It's malicious horribleness.
Okay.
It's a different kind. All kids get up to capers.
Mm-hmm.
Letting off fireworks. You know,
Which
silly-
will lead us on to the show. I'll
But
get to
what he was
this.
saying was, he says that Keeler says all the kids are going in there and causing bother. Now going in there, what's the point?
There's nothing there.
There's nothing to do. Why? Who are you antagonising? There's nobody there. So anyway, he says, it's been bought. He says the manager there, they stopped paying her weeks ago. I said that's a shame. Poor lassie. She deserves to do better. I hope she finds her feet.
Oh, we can only.
We can only dream and
We
hope.
can only hope.
We should maybe reach out.
I think we shouldn't.
We shouldn't. But he says, you know what will happen? I says, what's that? He says, they'll turn it into student flats. I says, I suppose I have to demolish it. He says, no. He says, what will happen? They'll shut it down, board it up, and it'll just catch fire. Problem solved. That's what a police officer said to me.
They know what's going.
So
There's
they know
nothing
exactly.
You can do.
It's inevitable.
Everyone knows.
It will catch fire.
God almighty.
So if I lived in the flats round that place,
Shitting yourself,
I'd be shitting
you
myself
suddenly see tyres piling
Yeah.
up. Get the fuck out.
under night time. Well, the guy, people all know in Shite Street, the guy put in, I reckon it was maybe 2,000 tyres,
It was unbelievable.
and he lit it thinking he'd burn down the whole place.
and it didn't go.
It didn't. It burnt down one little place.
That's 2 years to the day almost that happened.
Jeez,
I just got a
that
reminder.
black smoke was brutal.
That wasn't safe.
Mm.
So,
What's the show?
well, before I do that, I was wanting to finish what I was saying there. There's
Ah.
a problem with you mentioning films that you don't like.
People watch them.
Yes, because if you say there's a good film, a small percentage of our listeners
Yeah,
will go,
yeah.
you know what, I'll give it a go.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
If you say it's shit, I hate
They'll
it,
all
I'm
watch
angry, they all watch. But here's the problem. Then they're sitting with their partners watching,
Oh,
their
it
husbands,
spreads.
wives, boyfriends, girlfriends,
Oof.
and they all get mad at
They
us.
do. It's not our fault.
Well, yeah, but
But I used to, as a young guy, I would watch a film to the end. Every film.
oh
would
no,
watch,
yeah, I
regardless
can't
of
do
what
it
was-
now.
No, I just go. I've not got time.
I'm 2 minutes in, and there's one bad line or a delivery. I just go, nope.
I switch off, and I switched off.
Yeah.
Not even halfway through.
Can't-
The Fall Guy.
Oh, is it bad?
Well, I watched to what I consider the end of the film, and then there's a further half hour.
No, I've heard this. They've just there's a tacked on.
It ends, and then it's half an hour.
Yeah, very
But plus,
strange.
they've all got cheeks.
what's his name? Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, great comic actor.
What's his wife, Eva Mendes?
Yeah.
They've both had their face done.
Mendes is a nearly girl of Americans. Beautiful girl.
But
never
she
had.
is like the most unfeasibly beautiful
like,
woman to
she's
ever
like
exist.
She's like a young Raquel Welch.
She's
that
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Had her face done. He's a handsome guy.
Had his
Had his
face
face done.
Emily Blunt is unwatchable now.
Oh my God.
Her
Has she
face-
got that shovel face?
Wide load.
Yeah. You get a shovel face. You got to watch out.
Well, you know,
if you already have the cheekbones,
Yeah.
don't do anything.
no, one of the worst actors in history, Zoe Deschanel. Hate her.
Oh, it's not good.
Hate her. Hate her. Terrible name. Hate her. She's in a new thing called Peter and the Purple Pencil or Purple Crayon.
Right, okay.
It's a film about a magic purple crayon.
Sounds exciting.
And everything you draw comes to life.
Oh, that could be
And it's got that
dangerous.
Zachary guy that played.
You know what worry me about that? Seriously. The amount of cocks you draw in my room that I'm not meant to
imagine
notice.
them coming to life.
The other day, cocks.
No.
You think I didn't spot them?
No.
Cocks everywhere.
Hmm?
Veins and everything.
Veins. But kind of Zachary guy, he was in Shazam.
Yeah. Leave
Terrible
it.
piece of
Yeah.
shit. Can't be doing him.
Okay.
He's in it, but Zoe Deschanel, she's not the magic pixie girl.
Too old.
She's too old.
Too old.
She's the wife or girlfriend. She's had loads of surgery done.
Oh,
I thought, how old is she? We'll look her up. 43.
Yeah, she's not that old.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Hollywood is a cruel bastard.
And the thing is, it's really sad because you've got these beautiful,
Remember how I
handsome
was
people,
saying the other day?
but they don't see it in the mirror.
No, they don't. They see horror.
Yeah.
Because there's no. But
What?
if their face is your business,
Yeah.
it's like if you're a pilot, you check the engine of the plane. If you're a gardener, you make sure your shears are sharp. If you're an actor, it's your face. So they have to keep attention. So they're not
Brad
looking at it
Pitt,
normally.
His work's amazing.
Brad Pitt's going to go, Ken, whose stuff has really gone off the rails? Beckham.
Oh, yeah.
Beckham's is
he's
fruity
lost
looking
his
as
mind.
fuck. It looks terrible.
The problem is with him, though, he's got into the hair dye.
Yeah.
And I don't think he goes to a shop to get it done. I think he does it at home.
We'll save a bit of money.
Same as Corey Feldman. Jet black hair. His hair is
Like
so
the
dark.
Hussein brothers.
It's weighing him down.
Oh.
It's just, he's like, oh my
Oh,
God, the weight of
Beckham.
my head.
Oh.
Just
Don't get surgery done. They've normalised surgery, and I blame that Simon Cowell freakster.
He's looking unusual.
Ken?
But
Don't,
here's the
don't
problem.
chase youth, because chasing youth, you end up chasing youth like Hugh Edwards.
Oh,
Don't do it. I felt a bit sorry for Hugh Edwards. I thought he's closeted.
gay,
He likes
yeah.
young Twinkie
Not
guys.
now.
No.
take him out, shoot him.
Yeah, he's awful.
What the fuck?
Way up to you.
He had 6 Category A pictures on his phone he'd been sending people.
Fucking hell, Hugh. Fucking hell,
The
Hugh.
worst kind of child abuse
Fucking
imaginable.
hell, Hugh.
He's does it.
Hugh.
Just fucking.
Oh,
Who
Hugh.
knew? Who knew? Did the BBC know? And they've been
Is there
paying him
something
the
wrong
last
with
year.
Hughes? Because Hugh Bonneville's another one, Mr. Super Injunction.
Doesn't he get shit on?
He gets shot on, yeah. Yeah, it's not affected his career.
But I don't want to get.
He was in
shot.
that thing,
Even
Bone
think of
Kickers.
that.
Remember Bone Kickers?
No, I don't.
You don't?
What's a bone kicker?
It was an adventure series about fucking British fucking archaeologists called Bone Kickers.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
He was in it.
If you kick the bone,
And
he
her
would-
with the
they
funny
would throw
teeth.
you out of a dig.
Oh God,
Who with the teeth?
Scottish actress with teeth. She got a big gap in her teeth.
I
She's
have
got a
no
right
idea.
blousy energy. I forget her
A
name.
blousy energy. She has big tits.
No, she's just blousy.
She has big tits. Everything just. Oh, I saw this wonderful actress. I know what it means with you.
No, we discussed this the other day
No,
because
they've got a weird energy.
Dode and
Oh,
I,
they're just
Dode and
so
I,
different.
the misogyny episode where Dode and I put you right.
I'm afraid
We said we like actresses because they've
With
got
big
an
tits.
How dare you? How dare you?
every time seen this film, there's this great actress in it, and I go and check it out, and there's this girl with big tits.
That's
It happens every time.
That's a terrible.
I don't do that. I don't do that. You do it, but then you claim there's an energy about them. It's an
energy.
unusual.
And then a je ne sais quoi, something.
What could you say? It's just wonderful, and there's something on the screen.
Dode.
I don't know.
Dode.
Big tits.
We
That's all
thought,
it is.
see what I'm dealing with, Dode?
Jesus.
This room is just ripe with misogyny.
I don't think so.
Here's an interesting one. You know, did I tell you the trouser one?
See, this is the route we're going down again. This is what happens.
But the
Go on then.
trouser one, you and I thought it was a bit tenuous.
Trouser what?
We talked about the trousers, the racist trousers.
Gotcha.
And you and I thought that's maybe,
Yeah.
that seems off. There was one today that was interesting. And I remember, right, so I was watching the gymnastics.
Mm-hmm.
And they speak about, it's the way they speak about black athletes. And I've realised there's a point. When they speak about a white gymnasts,
Okay.
they speak about gracefulness, poise,
Okay.
centre, like a focus, like mind this,
Right.
right? All the time. It's all grace, it's intelligence, it's fucking skill, it's this. Simone Biles, the greatest.
Oh, I've seen her.
right?
That's incredible.
The language they use in her is strength, power, energy. And you suddenly realise they never use
There's a
terms like
difference.
graceful we have. And seemingly
graceful, but she's like the most graceful.
No, this
incredible.
is yes, but this is a trope they use.
All
And
right.
black athletes, they never.
Okay.
And somebody says, no, that's not true. I listened to it and heard
And it
it.
is.
It's like Selena
That's
Williams.
interesting.
Selena Williams was never. They never says, God, she's got a great brain for tennis. She's fucking reflexes. It's all raw power, energy,
So if you're
strength.
black, it's power.
It's
If
power.
you're-
White, you're graceful and
Intelligence.
beautiful, intelligent. It's a fact.
Oh.
And suddenly, so here's
Well, that's
me.
interesting.
So I thought the trouser thing, I thought that's bollocks. I don't believe in that. These microaggressions they always speak about.
yeah,
But suddenly the scales came off my eyes a little bit with the sports
that's
stuff.
fair enough.
Yeah. Interesting.
I haven't seen the Olympics or anything. I should give it a go.
There's the beach volleyball.
Oh, you just watch it because of the strength
No,
of
but
the,
they're all they don't
the
they're all
power and the skill and on the sand. It's very difficult.
no, they
It's
just
nothing
wear,
to do with
they
their
just wear
bikinis.
trousers. They don't wear bikinis now.
Is there no bikinis now?
Trousers and
Trousers. That's fair enough.
But there's I never realised there's male beach volleyball players.
But they wear the thongs.
No, but what? Who's watching that shit? When does the speed?
What point are you not sexist?
When does the speed? When does the speed climbing happen?
Is that in the Olympics?
I hope so. If it's not, I'm writing to MP.
Well, the
Can I-
surfing
But
is in the Olympics, and they're in Tahiti or something, right?
uh-huh.
But they've on this protected
Atoll.
area, they've built a massive concrete stand for the judges and cameras and
that's a shame.
everything, and they've destroyed the area.
Have they?
Why would you do that? It's absolutely shocking.
Mm.
But you know,
They were going to be in the water today, but there's pollution in the Seine, so they're putting it back. They're testing the water like continuously.
oh my God, there'll be people upstream shitting in it.
What I love about the Olympics so far is the opening ceremony. All the fucking right wing nut jobs think it's fucking satanic.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
it.
a bit about Mary Antoinette. That's got nothing to do with Satan.
No, nothing at all. She had
The
her head
Last
chopped
Supper,
off.
it's like an orgy. It's dying. It's
But the thing is, they're getting
are
mad.
they being willfully stupid?
Yeah, they're
What's
not
going
getting
on?
mad about the Last Supper. They're getting mad about someone copying a painting,
Yes.
an artistic interpretation of the Last Supper.
Yeah.
So they're not even getting mad about the Last Supper. The Last Supper could have been at a table like this. And not. And why would everyone be in a row where they can't speak to each other? They'd be talking to each other.
Just people, but
saying.
old Lawrence Fox got kicked. I watched. I just don't know. Speaking to people at my work about this the other day, it's the way all the traffic takes them to the right, and they just drag off. That Graham Linehan guy was getting interviewed by a guy, Andrew Gold,
Right, okay.
and he started off doing things about Scientology,
Okay.
but he's moved in. He does a thing called Heretics, and he's Graham Linehan.
Oh, I know who he is.
Graham
yeah.
Linehan thinks he's some
Youngish guy, dark hair.
black,
yeah.
Graham Linehan thinks he's just been so hard done by and
Oh, he
bullied.
really moans about it.
Yeah,
eh?
like that. You made a series of choices.
Here's the thing. He keeps saying his voice was taken away. I hear that
Constantly.
constantly.
He chose
We
to
have
implode
a
his life.
podcast to get out in the world.
Nobody hears
Nobody
it.
hears us. This cunt says no one hears me, and all I do
all,
is hear him.
all I see him is him complaining
Yep.
about how he's hard done by. His own wife left him. But he says he's doing it all to protect his daughter.
Have you seen Elon Musk says he's
Elon Musk's
his
a
daughter was
turd.
killed by the woke
Elon
mind
Musk
virus.
He's
Piece of
former
shit.
mother-in-law is trying to get a kid. He's stopping his children getting stuff. He's a dangerous man,
A
Musk.
horrible
He's a
person.
rambling idiot. He's unhinged. People that say that fucker's a genius are
No, he's not.
imbeciles.
It isn't the thing when, your child is on the gallows for murder, the mother's still there loving that child.
Yeah.
That's
It's
what
unconditional.
Parents, that's what parents are meant to do.
Hugh
He just went, nah, done.
Hugh Edwards' mother still loves Hugh Edwards. Doesn't matter what he
that's
does.
right. Now,
That's your job as a parent.
That's it. But you imagine having a kid who's now trans and you just go, I'm nothing to do with that kid. You want nothing. That's the
But
sickest.
she thinks her dad's a prick.
I know, but you wouldn't want to get to that point.
Yeah.
You still love your kids.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He's a weird man.
Nothing changes.
But he thinks he's a victim.
Oh,
I'm telling you, I'm thinking about coming off
victim.
Twitter altogether because there's a guy that's still on Twitter and it's the worst stuff I've ever seen posted.
oh no.
And
what?
I don't normally do this, but I've flagged loads of his stuff. He's still there. Clearly, there's an agenda that's keeping this vile stuff there. He's holding down a button
Yeah.
to protect people. It's a horrible hell site. It's gone really,
It's just
really bad.
terrible,
Isn't
yeah.
it bad?
But it's like,
How do you fuck that up?
I've said to people, and it's funny, you get laughed at for this. Can't we just be a bit more decorum, a bit nicer, a bit, and it sounds weak to say that, but if you don't have that, then it's a free rein just to be fucking vile.
Yeah.
It's like, just settle down.
Yeah.
It's funny when you're online and you're playing games.
Oh, that could be a bit fruity, is it not? People can say
Well,
some
it depends
stuff.
where you are.
It'll always be a 12-year-old telling you to get shoot your mother.
There's some games that you can only advance if other people in the game
Help you.
report you as a good player,
Okay.
right? And then what happens
Uh-huh.
is it just all calms down. If you get caught shouting, swearing, anything racist, anything,
That's a move.
then you don't advance.
Okay.
So suddenly it's like a gamifying being nice.
Okay.
But then what happens? Once they get to a certain tier, you don't go any further. Nothing happens. Everyone's nice. They help each other. If you get shot, you go, good shot, man. Well played.
Okay.
GG. It just brings the temperature
Okay,
down.
okay.
And then what they found with the players that play this,
Uh-huh.
how do you feel about playing it? They went, it's an oasis
Oh,
from life.
Calm.
And they're playing shooters.
Are they just sitting about in their pants?
Well, that's the way it should be, but there's not the aggression.
Farting. Yeah. Difficult to
It
be
helps.
aggressive when you're sitting in your sweaty underpants.
You
isn't
get
it?
aggressive here and you're
I don't
barely
get
dressed.
aggressive.
Jesus Christ. But anyway, let's get on.
Go on to the show.
No, we're going
That
to do
milk
texts.
is really nice. That's a nice glass of milk, that.
Let's see who we've got. Right. No one on this. Do we have any text?
If they
We
just-
do.
oh, Shadowings.
Let's see. Of course.
Straight out the...
Paul Rainey.
Okay.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Over the weekend, I was listening to another Scottish podcast.
Fuck
What?
off!
Fuck. No, this is an oasis of calm. As they discussed the Rona Mitra masterpiece Doomsday, this made me want to re-listen to your episode on the same movie. Then a madness overtook me and I decided to listen to them all again from episode 1. 3 episodes in, and I have to compliment you both on how good the show was right from the start.
Oh.
Oh, well, we didn't shout there. We weren't mad. We're fine. Anyway, I'm off to have a lie down in a dark room. Have a great show, motherfuckers for life. Paul, thank you very much.
That is a dangerous...
That's
dangerous
I'm
thing.
worried.
I'm
worried.
rewatching Deep Space Nine from the start.
It's the same thing. It's a
You know what? Deep Space Nine's
brainworm.
Deep Space Nine is the greatest of the Star Trek.
It's Coronation Street in space.
No, it's the best one.
It's
It's
rubbish.
far better than the
Oh
other
my
two.
god, you
It's-
didn't like Voyager? That's series
No,
3
it's
on.
far better. No, DS9.
TNG.
Assassinations, political intrigue, it's the best.
Boring.
It's the best.
I like jellyfish that hold hands.
Million times better than all
Don't know
that
what
shit.
you're talking about.
Million
Well,
times better.
Paul, thank you very much for that.
That's nice. So you started from the
He
beginning.
started from the
Remember when we were just a couple of callow youths?
and we were sitting
Sat at a
awkwardly,
table, drinking.
staring at each other.
I had a boiler suit on.
It was weird. And yeah, you dressed for the part.
Yeah.
You had your Goron Var Industries and that. What
Yeah.
happened to that?
It's through there. I have to give it a wash.
You got bored. You've never washed it since then, have you?
Never.
Almost 5 years later.
Completely naked underneath it. Smeared inside.
Jesus. Mark Devlin.
Uh-huh.
Morning, dudes. Inspired by one of last week's shows on how about a Folk in Scotland photo competition. The theme would be Folk in Scotland, and you can use any camera you want. I'm aware any entries by Chris may need censored, banned, or immediately deleted. You know what?
Great idea.
Let's do it.
I won't be looking at any of them, but
He doesn't get paid for this idea because essentially I was about to come up with this idea. I'm
idea.
leading from the rear.
John Craven does it on Country File.
We're going to have a competition.
Okay.
For this time next week, send in some photos to folkinscotland@gmail.com. It doesn't matter who you are, just send in a picture. Something to you that represents folk in Scotland. I will not accept nakedness.
There will be a goatsy.
No, I'm not accepting any of that. And if there is, can't even ban people.
There'll be somebody, Lady in the Tramp in it, but with a giant human shite.
Oh, not again. Well, anyway, no, it can't be of people. It has to be an outside representation.
No people. Okay, they'll have animals.
Not animals. Not animals or people. No. Structures.
Cock-shaped buildings.
That's going to happen. I'll accept that. But this time next week, I want a load of pictures in, and the person who wins they'll get a thumbs up.
Up what?
And we'll put it up here.
Thumbs up what?
You could see the picture.
We could have it on the back of the episode.
Oh, you know what we could do? We could put the picture in there.
We could have it on the back of the episode.
Just behind us.
Behind us.
We could just have it floating in the middle here.
Just on the screenshot for the episode would be the picture.
Oh, so you're going to get the thumbnail, is what you're trying to say?
The thumbnail, whatever.
Being a boomer, you're struggling with words, but that's okay.
Thumbnail.
The thumbnail.
What?
It's the thumbnail.
Who came up with that?
I didn't come up with. Don't look at me like I came up with it. It's
sake.
hot as fucking here.
It's absolutely. But I think it's all this equipment.
Jesus, it's hot.
I think this thing gives off vast amounts of heat.
Probably does. Okay.
That's
a good idea. So everyone, this time next week, send pictures in.
I'm not going to be looking at them, but knock yourself out.
Chris McShadwins. Good morning, dudes. Plans have been submitted to turn the old public toilets on Seabrae near the Perth Road into a cafe to liven up the area. As it stands now, it's been closed since the 1990s. It looks like a place of nightmares to go and take a shit. It was.
Where's that one?
The public toilets at Seabrae's.
That's up. That's across from the university.
Yes.
That's the one I wanted to buy. Has that been sold?
I've shot in there.
No, but I wanted to turn, because that could be the coolest place ever. You go downstairs, but there's nothing. It's uninterrupted view of the Tay.
That's it.
It could be brilliant.
That's it.
That would make the coolest Airbnb flat. So they turn it into
a cafe to liven up the area.
So what they'll do is, but will they turn it into a No, what they'll do though. They'll just build a cafe on the space.
It'll just be on the top.
So it won't be down. They
wouldn't want stairs.
No. Shit.
Do you think this plan will work, or will the lingering energies of haunted turds forever taint its chances of success? Cheers. Thanks, Chris. There's a lot of students down there, but here's something that's really happened with the students.
Here we go. Let's hear that.
I don't think there's as many students as there used to be.
It's a different demographic.
Slipping. It's different.
Yeah, it's different.
Things are changing, and I don't know.
They're not frequent. They're not drinking anymore.
No, I think it's very different.
I watched one. A lassie bought a public toilet in London. One of these you go down to.
Mm-hmm.
She turned it into this beautiful little flat, but she left like up above it had the fence and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
But it had glass bricks on the ceiling,
wonderful.
and she could look up people's skirts.
You can't see through them. Apparently,
she's polished them up.
Polished them up. Put a bit of a compound on them. I see where you're going.
She made them like lenses because she got
close up. I don't want to see that. Retro box room. A great man. Morning, guys. How do you guys feel about going to the former toilets at Seabrae's just off the Perth Road for a cup of coffee? Now, this is something. These guys know more about Dundee than we could ever know. I've said it many times, but they understand it. And the thing is, right, that won't be just Dundee. They'll understand lots of places around the world.
Yeah.
They'll just be sitting there absorbing information from their 9 screens in front of their PC. So let's go on the next bit. Don't forget that it's August and the next episode, and by the time the next episode happens and you still haven't squashed Goron into a VR headset. That's true.
That's what happened.
This is true.
It's not a summer pursuit. I'm not standing here in the heat doing it.
I'm not kidding you. I'm starting to get a wee bit of a sweat on. It's getting hot in here.
It's odious in here.
And then there's your smell. So thanks for that. But it will happen. We'll get them to do it. Now,
he's trying to push me to do it quite a bit. I think it's a sexual thing.
Who's this? It doesn't say.
What's it?
Dansk 404.
Okay.
Good morning to you both. Enjoyed that most sociable of events on the weekend and went to a wedding.
Oh, no.
No.
I
Being-
prefer funerals.
Funnier. Being socially reluctant, I wasn't looking forward to it. Now, isn't that interesting? Socially reluctant.
Mm.
Not the lock-in that
Weird.
all our listeners are.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Okay.
But managed to latch on to a talkative couple and had a very good time. That's called grooming.
Mhm.
They were going to take you back and destroy you.
Uh-huh.
Beer was supplied by a local business which specialises in very expensive beer, paid £7.50 for not quite a pint for a drink called Piece of Cake by Edinburgh Brewery, Vault City. Does this mean anything to you?
No.
£7.50 for an almost pint.
It's like a schooner you'll get, maybe.
I think even you'd like that one, Derek. Probably.
I tasted a gluten-free beer called like Cool Beer. The top of it, the head looked like cottage cheese.
Oh, what?
So I'm not drinking gluten-free beer again.
Oh, that
the
made me
gluten
sick.
makes it like nice.
Tried their double fried caterpillar cake flavour stout as well. That's a whole line.
I like a heavy
now,
stout. I like
my reading's bad, but that's what it says.
I like I tasted like a smoked hazelnut porter the other day.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
It was wonderful.
Not so sure about that one. Is it sickly sweet? But it did.
No, but sickly
But it
sweet,
did
like a
taste
choo
like you
choo.
think it would.
Yeah, you can manage one.
Ugh.
Yeah, manage one.
So a good question arises: do you enjoy foods with new and weird flavours, or do you
Yes.
think it's all bollocks? Have a good week, guys. Thanks, dude. New flavours.
I'll try
Yeah,
it once.
I like new
trying
flavours.
it once.
Sweet, I'm not so keen on. Anything that's sweet, but anything with any form of chili in it, I'm ready. I'm there. I love that shit.
Okay.
But yeah, I like trying new things.
Yeah.
I made food for my mum was up visiting last night, and I made her her tea.
Okay, what did you make her?
Oh, it was just a salad, but there was
You
sun-dried
don't
tomatoes.
make a salad, you just...
Yeah, I threw it together. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
it was what she requested, so she got a salad.
was there some potted hawk on
There
there?
was sun-dried tomatoes in it,
Mm.
and I didn't know my mum hates sun-dried tomatoes.
What's the pri-
She spat it out, and it hit across the room.
Oh, dear.
I'm-
she-
she was
did
like, "Fuck."
What did she think it was when she
I-
put it in her mouth?
I don't know. She didn't notice, but she
Oh.
doesn't like them.
She didn't notice a sun-dried tomato
Well, she just mashes all the food
Oh, just-
together.
yeah,
She's high
in her-
speed.
in her,
Yeah. In her claws, if you were going to say,
No,
but
in her-
that's okay.
in
That's
a
okay.
feed bag. You feed a horse.
Well, you know, it was kind of like that.
You just have... I've pictured you all
It's
with just
kinda
a big
horrific.
trough.
Oh, no.
And you're just...
We have a plate each.
Oh, please.
How about that?
That's nice.
You live well when you come to my house.
Okay.
Okay, so
Boy,
this
okay
week,
now.
it's fucking hot in here.
It's
I'm really
boiling
feeling
it.
it. Right, so,
Maybe you're hitting the menopause, the menopause.
years ago.
Okay.
So, we're talking about Corey Feldman. And
Oh,
that
well, you were talking about Corey Feldman.
okay,
I was
talking
telling
about
you it's
Corey Feldman. You
repulsive.
fucking watch it, it's great. But
No.
here's the thing. I need your advice because you have a degree in English,
Uh-huh.
right? Not a proper,
Yeah, no, proper. Yeah,
not a proper sport, but it's a proper degree,
Okay,
but it's not a proper sport.
okay.
So what I'm saying is, I may need advice because I'm wanting to write a book.
Now,
No, you've got to hear it 1st.
I've known you for a little while now.
Yeah, I
Now,
can't.
I like your enthusiasm, but what I have noticed is you come up with a lot of plans that never reach
That's
fruition.
not true. They're all done. What hasn't been
The
done?
film,
No, you stop me. You fucking stop me.
Thankfully-
You were shouting and swearing in this very room.
thankfully,
You're going to fucking lose everything. You're going to be homeless. So I thought, fine, if you're not doing it, then there's not much point. That was it. What else? I came up with a podcast. Who done this? I came up with everything else. I've done what haven't I done?
you come out. You're like a machine gun of like ideas.
Right, okay, so let's hear it anyway.
Let's hear the plan.
So,
I'll just look.
Corey Feldman.
Listeners, the secret of this is to just keep your face blank, because if you show the slightest twitch of positivity or enthusiasm,
I'm full
he
in.
takes that as full in.
Full in.
So
Now go for
from
it.
now
Spend all
on,
my
I'm
money.
going to be like a sphinx. Continue.
I was watching Stand By Me, and I think that's the best version of any Stephen King film, book there's been, story. And I was thinking, well, Roald Dahl says you can't write a book until you're over 50. I'm over 50 now, so I thought it's about time. So I delved into my past. Your eyes are drying up, man. Stop it. I delved into my past to write idea, and I've put some ideas down of things that have happened as a jumping off point for a book. I'm going to get it like a cover and everything. I'm going to get it printed up. What do you think? You can speak now. You are actually on a podcast.
Anything I say could incriminate myself.
Anything you say could encourage me. So you think carefully. Right, here you go. Now, this is where I need your help because I don't know which is the best story. So I actually I was writing this not a couple of weeks ago, not even that, but I thought ideas from my youth, and I went, oh yeah, that happened and this happened.
Jesus
but there's
Christ.
some good ones.
Oh no.
As a kid, my mate came to me and he says, I saw a guy, there was a big fair up Camperdown, and they had the army and everything, and in the woods beside it, he saw a guy burying a gun. And we went, holy shit. All week I couldn't think about anything else. We got torches, we got a sandwich and a shovel, and we went up. We didn't need a torch, we went up during the day. And we went up. Now, after about 45 minutes of digging, my other mate this week, I forget his name, he bloody found a tin. And it was one of the tins that was quite elaborately painted. It was like you have tea bags in it. And we pulled it out. Oh man, this was exciting. This was the real Goonie stuff. And it had brown tape sealing it. And it was down about 8 inches deep. So someone put effort in.
Oh, okay.
It was amazing. We unpeeled it. Excited. I've never been so thrilled. This would go in the book. This is the jumping off point. And we opened it up. And inside was an unopened box of dominoes. Do you remember the white thing you would slide off? Dominoes. And a Barbie without legs. What do you think? Notes. It was really exciting at the time.
Okay.
It was exciting stuff.
Is
Now, I know it's not going looking for a dead body.
And is this... okay.
My mate Grant said it was a gun. It wasn't a gun. He just made that up.
Not a gun.
But it was a box we found.
Yeah, okay.
Brand new box.
I can imagine. I'm picturing
Melting.
it.
Brand new. All with a lot of black paint on it and designs. Do you know the sort of...
What did you do with this thing? Did you play with it for a while?
I had the dominoes,
Oh.
right, until probably...
Yeah, did you play dominoes?
15 years
just held
ago.
on to them. Just as
They were just in the house.
Oh, just nice. Okay.
I had them for years and years, yeah.
I used to hate when the army used to come to the school and like show
Why?
you
It
the
was cool.
guns. And I
You
know
used
it
to
wasn't.
play with the guns.
I said, what the fuck you try to do? Because all the idiots went and joined the army.
Shit.
I just
Well, I'm
said this
saying,
is
but the
about
guns were cool.
No, I just used to think this is shit.
You used to get to fire the blanks and
No, I thought this is shite. I always used to think this is shite. Because the squaddies the same were always trying to perv on the lasses.
Oh my God, okay. Well, that's something different.
You know what I mean? Because at the time when we were kids, we could get sent to Ireland. No thank you.
Oh yeah, not good.
I know a guy...
Unless you were like in the knitting
A
squad.
last I used to go, we had two cousins.
Yeah.
Were idiots. Nice guys, but idiots. The older one joined the army. He was like 16. He was in fucking Iraq.
I knew someone.
And then he came back and he's like, well, I said, what are you doing now? You're out of the army. He says, well, I never realised this. He says, the army's not really trained me up for much. I says, no.
No, surprising.
Yeah.
I knew someone who moved from South Africa to join the army so he could go to Northern Ireland, be a soldier. This is all he wanted to do.
He fancied it.
But during his training, the troubles came to an end.
That's disappointing.
And he was disappointed. He was genuinely disappointed. So when people in Ireland go in the army were a bit...
but that's the worst. The
Isn't
worst.
that awful?
You're getting involved in like a civil war. That's the
and
worst.
he's like, I can't wait
That's
to
the
go.
absolute worst type of war there is.
I should point out, he was a wife beater.
Of course he is.
So yeah. Okay. No, so okay. Notes. What do you think? Do you think that's a good jumping off point?
No, it's yeah.
Careful what you say, because you're a creative person, and I could hear the juices flowing.
There's a shame.
I hear something dripping.
The shame is, I've seen a lot of guys do their Dundee memoirs. The problem is, a proper blow by blow memoir.
It's boring.
It's as funny as it is to you.
No, I don't know.
But a lot of Dundee people, there's a guy that's written, I forget the cunt's name. He's written like 5 volumes of his life story
Yes,
now.
I know who you mean.
He gets them published locally.
Yeah.
They're terrible. But
No.
because he remembers the memories and he giggles.
No, this is not memories. This is to write a book, a fantasy book.
Oh, this isn't real.
No, this isn't real, but I want a real jumping off point. So it could be grounded in reality, but then you're creating characters and that. It's not real.
Oh, this is a novel.
Novel.
Fiction.
That's the word I'm after.
You're
I said colouring book. I meant novel.
Right, a fictional, not a novel now. Not an
Yes.
autobiography, a novel.
Yeah.
But you're basing it around Camperdown Park.
Well, something that's happened. That's just one. That's
Okay.
just one.
I think you should pick something. You like all that sea gypsy stuff. Why don't you do the surfing stuff? Because surfing in Scotland, I've not heard anybody writing about that before.
Nothing's really happened.
Well, no, you got hit by a tampon. Did you know get cystitis in your eye?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
you almost
That's true.
drowned.
That's true.
Maybe I have a theory you actually did drown, and this is all just your
Well, you're meant
death
to.
spasm. Any minute now,
Mhm.
you get wake up on a beach and some fat bird is just squeezing your chest, and you get spew up some seawater in a fanny pad,
Oh, sounds wonderful.
and then you're like that.
That's the story.
That's
See,
it,
your
there you-
juices are
there you
flowing.
go, there you go.
know, this is it.
You can have that one for free.
Number 2.
Okay.
I had a friend who played bagpipes,
Okay.
right?
Bagpipes, right?
And he was in the boys' brigade.
Aren't they
yeah.
always?
And when you'd go up to his house,
Uh-huh.
you'd sit and you're waiting to go out on your bikes. And he went, before you go out, now you're in his bedroom half the size of this.
Uh-huh.
And he'd get his bagpipes out and
Fuck.
play you a fucking tune.
Do they play bagpipes inside? I thought they just practiced their chanting.
No, he had his full, but the noise, his neighbours. I'm sitting there, you're like that. But
That's
if you put
worse
your
than
hands on
that's
your
worse
ears,
than a drum kit.
he was offended.
Ah.
Right, so you had to listen to this fucking noise before we'd go out playing. But he said something and he swore blind by this. And it went on for years. I never saw him again, so you never got to the bottom of it. But he said those bagpipes that he played were recovered from the Titanic.
No.
Now, I don't know if his dad told him this or someone told him this.
It's not be a bit soggy.
Well, I think they dried out by this point because he was playing them.
Seawater would play havoc with the wood and that.
Well,
The reeds and stuff.
I believed it.
Of course you did.
I'm 10.
Well,
You just believe it.
I wouldn't have believed that when I was 10.
Right, what did I know about the Titanic when I was 10?
It's sunk and it's deep underwater.
Yeah, but you think of those things floating about.
Do you
someone,
think-
or someone kept them.
Do you think
And then they got
Titanic
sold
and
on.
does bagpipes spring to mind when you think of it?
I didn't know.
Well, there was a guy I went to school with that was convinced that the X-Files was real from the FBI files,
Mm-hmm.
and they just made episodes from the real files. But he also thought women pissed out their assholes.
And they do.
So he was, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
just saying.
Bagpipes, okay.
Right.
There's some talk of raising the Titanic because there won't be
They'll
much
get all
of
the
it.
bagpipes.
There's not going to be much of it left now. It's
If they touch that with anything, I'll just go.
a crumble, yeah. It'll be like a biscuit. It's like a soggy biscuit you put in your rich tea in your tea. It's just nothing left, insubstantial.
Don't say soggy biscuit.
Soggy biscuit.
Number 3.
Uh-huh.
This is one of my
This,
favourites.
is this all made up? So this
No.
is no. This is okay.
Why would it be made up?
I just know what you like.
This is real. Now, this kid,
Uh-huh.
he is a lovely kid, but you know when a kid's dad's told them something and
Yeah,
And they
like
believe
the
it.
bagpipes on the Titanic. Okay.
yeah. Or
Which you also believed.
well, it did,
Right, okay.
right? And I believe this one as well because we're
Okay.
probably about 8 or 9.
You're right, okay.
But this kid, until secondary, if
Uh-huh.
you said to him, "No, that's not true," he'd fight you and he'd win. He was a wee tough bulldog of a kid, so you couldn't ever tell him
Mm-hmm.
that this wasn't true. But my dad works for the water board. Other mate, his dad is an engineer.
Uh-huh.
Other mate, my dad works at the post office.
Uh-huh.
His dad was the first man to ski up Ben Nevis.
Up.
And when we were kids, we just went, "Oh, that's cool."
Is a level of cruelty in that telling your children
Yes.
such things?
But he would fight you to the death, and it
I've been
become a
up
bit
Ben
of a-
Nevis.
Eh?
I've been up Ben
It's
Nevis.
steep.
It's steep.
But here's the thing: when I was a kid, I knew you got cross country skis, so I just assumed you could just go uphill. So I went, "Your dad was the first man to ski up."
Would somebody not do that for charity, like walk up on skis? Like there's a woman that's going to end childhood suicide. She's got a big model horse, and a big full-size horse, and she's just walking about the country dragging this horse. And I don't quite know how it's going to do what she thinks it's going to do.
Why are you doing that? That's so weird.
But the BBC encourage stories like that. Like, Speedo Mick. Get him out.
Oh, yeah.
Now, he's clearly a pervert.
That's a pervert.
Why
yeah.
is nobody saying, you're a fucking
Put your fucking clothes on, yeah.
You're a pervert. He goes to schools in that Speedo Mick.
If I walked past the school wearing Speedos,
Yeah.
you're on a list.
But you're on
in
BBC
trouble.
in the morning.
But if you're raising charity, money
weird.
for charity,
Have
well,
they
come
learned
on
that
in.
with Savile? Speedo
You
Mick.
don't do it. You don't do it.
Speedo Mick. Oh.
So this kid, a
Uh-huh.
lovely kid,
Yeah.
tough as fuck, tough as nails.
Mm-hmm.
But if you said, no, you don't ski uphill,
That's not true.
he would fucking,
Oh,
the
just
fists would close and you knew someone was going to get it, so you didn't ever argue. So
He'll be dead now.
there's a jumping off
He'll
point.
be dead now.
Right. Okay, 4. I watched this other kid that was at school with Jimmy. Jimmy came from not the best background.
Okay.
But Jimmy
Uh-huh.
was sitting 2 seats away from me.
Right.
Do you remember the pencils you got? And it was all different little tiny
I
bits.
know them fine well.
I watched
If
him.
you lost one, it fucked up the system.
Ruined. But I watched him put it to his nose
Uh,
and
Oh.
inhale a lot
which way? Lead first.
backwards,
That's okay.
right? And he went into shock and he went, they're gone. But he put the pencil down because you're at the age where if you go, I've just inhaled 12 pencils,
Uh-huh.
you feel like you'll get in trouble.
Would they separate or would they all come up in a block?
I don't know.
Jeez.
But they all went into his lung, I
But I
think.
told you I'd bitten a bit of a leg off a toy spider and I accidentally put it up my nose and it came back out about a decade later.
That's not good. See, his pencils are
They'll
probably
be
like
still in there.
solid in his lung with scar tissue. And I got a fright, so I went, I didn't see anything.
How'd you get those out?
To this day, I wonder what happened about it. Because I knew him for years after it.
And they never said anything.
Nothing happened. Came in the next
He
day.
might have been a magician. He's
Nothing
playing with
happened. And you hear it, this
Oh.
in his throat, like that. And it all went in.
Oh. Kids are fucking stupid, aren't
Stupid as fuck.
they? You're really stupid people.
Stupid as
Yeah.
fuck. So,
That's why they have
Jumping
to
off
signs on
point.
stuff warning people.
fuck, I've just thought of something.
What?
That's not one jumping off point. I could use them all.
Yeah. Oh no.
I could use them all.
Chapter 1. Is this going to be a novel or a kind of comedy pamphlet?
Not comedy.
Oh.
I
The
watched
thi- the
Stand By
thing
Me
is-
and thought, that's for
the
me.
thing is, I
Emotions.
What's the thing about Edinburgh Festival the other day? Edinburgh
Yeah.
Festival is no longer where they find up and coming comedians. It's all online. Edinburgh's
that's
a
good.
busted flush now.
Good. Don't like
All
it.
those poshos go up,
Good,
Cambridge
fuck
Footlights,
them.
all those fuckers.
This same kid, Jimmy. We were at Dryborough Primary,
Uh-huh.
and the land's still there, and there was a fence that went around the
It did, yeah.
right,
Uh-huh.
and he would walk around it,
Uh-huh.
picking up.
Pacing.
This was what in the days where cigarette ends would drift like sand,
Yeah.
and there was so many, and
Uh-huh.
he'd get them all,
Uh-huh.
and he'd
them up.
open them up,
People still do that.
and he would make 10 cigarettes a day.
People still do that.
We were 8.
I see adults doing that. I saw a guy picking up a dope the other day.
8-year-old
Uh-huh.
standing smoking at playtime.
Oh, God.
But I remember, I thought he was cool because he was nice to me, and he'd go like that, and the bell would go. He'd go, "Let's go." And he had this deep voice and would go back. And 10 a day,
He'll
8
be-
years old.
He'll be dead as well.
I believe he is.
He'll be dead.
Okay, number 6.
Uh-huh.
Now, this girl that was in my class, I met her years later, and I brought this
Uh-huh.
up to her, and it didn't go down well. But anyway,
Uh-huh.
she had no front teeth,
Of course. Handy.
and she had falsers.
Uh-huh.
But she used to take them out. And
How
do you
old
know
was
this?
she? 8?
I think we'd be 7 at this point.
Okay. That's nice.
7.
Uh-huh.
And she'd take them out, and do you know the sweeties that look like teeth?
Uh-huh.
She'd jam them in the gap and then go into class all day and just suck sweeties. I was always jealous of that.
Okay.
But you'd watch your teeth shrink and then she'd
I've-
pop another one in.
I saw the latest grill for grill teeth is amethysts. Amethyst teeth. That's a new fashion thing. Grills.
Oh, that seems terrible.
Amethyst.
Amethyst.
Yeah.
That's maybe not the greatest story, but that could be
No,
incorporated.
but we incorporate all those
Incorporate, right? Okay. Now here's.
I don't want to say it too soon. Booker Prize.
Do you think so?
100%.
Shit, I thought I kind of thought.
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's got everything. Pathos.
Here's the story.
Uh-huh.
Here's the one.
Okay, here's the one.
When we were kids in Charleston, we'd go down playing.
Yeah.
There was always a rumour of a killer Highland cow. Always.
Okay.
There's a killer Highland cow in the area, and if you go down there, the killer Highland cow's down there.
There was Highland cows down at the dump.
Yeah, so there was Highland cows.
One of them on the move.
It escaped.
They
and
would come out killing
the
and go
army
back.
done an experiment on
Of
it
course
to,
it does.
to,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
make it into a weapon.
Wasn't
and it didn't
Jeremy the
work.
bear?
And it escaped.
It was a Highland cow that worried you.
God, I used to imagine it covered in blood. And sometimes when you're cycling home, you could just feel this cow looking at you because you would be full of shit. But it was the story there was a killer Highland cow.
Okay.
This went on for a long time. But one summer, out of the blue, every kid started talking about the killer cow.
It's hysteria.
It was. But here's where it got really good. Every kid was talking about it. Kids were scared to go out. Parents were going, wait, what are they seeing? Then some adults went, we saw it going past our house. As soon as an adult says, we saw that fucking cow.
Hold on, I'm guessing a Dundee adult.
Yes.
Who is reliable as a Dundee child.
It got out of hand. The streets were empty. It was like lockdown. The streets were empty, right? And us brave kids went looking for the cow.
You're just looking at your window.
We
and
knew it was a lie.
Just walking in, looking at you.
But wait a minute. We knew it was a lie. But then we were like, is it? Fuck, it's real. We thought we were only joking. We went looking for it.
I watched a thing, and the other day it was YouTube, and there was a guy out with these English cryptozoologists.
Yeah.
And it's all, well, the big thing in cryptozoology in the UK is like the big cats.
Yeah.
But these fuckers believe in gnomes. They seem like a
They're not
giant.
like the big cats. You can go and find them. That's
gnomes.
wonderful.
Well, they've never found one.
No, but they've found the
But it's more
scat
plausible.
and
They've not
yeah.
found anything. It doesn't. They don't exist.
Big cats do.
No, there's not.
Of course
well,
they
why have
do.
they never found one?
Well,
Not one. Not this time.
but there was big
It'd have
cat.
to be a breeding.
Do you know what a lot of the big cats
it's all,
were?
It's
No.
all a nonsense.
But do you know what the big cats were? Do you
People
know
at
what a
private
chowsy
zoos.
is?
Yeah, but there's not been a single case. There would have to be a breeding population. The people at private zoos.
No, but hold on.
They tipped out.
Hold on.
The
Let me finish.
Yeah.
Let me finish this. A chowsy is huge. And when you see it, you think you see a puma.
Has anybody ever
But
found
it's
a
cat.
chowsy?
Yes, all over. You can buy them here.
Well, but nobody's found a panther or a mountain lion.
They're all over. If
There's
you
no-
see a chowsy, you'll be like, "What the fuck is that?"
There's no, but it's more plausible.
Yes,
A
but you
large
do
cat.
get these cats.
But there's no been big cats. They've never found one. It's not true.
When was the last tiger sold in Harrods?
Yeah, but that means it would have to be. How long does a
1987.
tiger live, mate?
No, I'm just saying.
There would have to be a breeding population.
Yes, and there can be.
Where?
You don't need to find. Do you know, right, what's the main predator in Dundee? Animal. What's the number
Seagull.
one predator? No, it's badgers. And
There's
I
very
saw.
few, but
No,
well,
you're wrong. The first badger I saw.
Here's one.
See,
Here's
this
one.
is it. You don't
This
see
is the
them.
difference between
They're
badgers.
huge.
Badger, well, not that big.
They are.
No.
A
But
badger's huge.
it's not this big, mate.
A badger. I didn't say that. I said that.
The difference between a badger and a fox, right? Foxes move into the city for territory. Badgers do not. Badgers have historical sets and cities grow round their set.
That's right, but
Yeah.
they're there.
Yeah.
And the first time I saw a badger was a couple of years ago. I was out on my bike. What the fuck is that?
Out on the outskirts of Dundee,
On-
not in the centre. You
no,
won't
not
see
in
a-
the centre, just on the outskirts. And if you see a badger, it's ill, it's dying, it's something.
During the
Because
day.
it's so difficult to see them.
Yeah.
So you do get animals
There's
in
no big
populations.
cats. But anyway,
We're not having that.
these are guy also thought there was gnomes. There's a
That's
giant. There's a
that's
giant crow
different.
somewhere. But I didn't
Different.
realise this. These clowns think there's a British Bigfoot. A British Bigfoot.
Now, I kind of like that.
No, I used to like it, not now, because they're all idiots.
So anyway.
Because they're all wearing Trump Vance badges.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's what's happened.
Anyway, this killer cow,
Uh-huh.
for 3 nights in a hot summer,
It's like, it was,
hysteria
Oh.
took hold
yeah, did it?
completely. And it
No,
only
Dundee-
lasted 3 nights.
No,
And at the end of
no,
it,
what do you mean only Dundee's always hysterical.
but hold on, at the end of the 3 nights, it just ended. It was like nothing happened.
no, it didn't end.
There was
Hysteria-
police
they've-
cars.
They've moved on to some
I remember police cars.
looking for a cow.
No, they thought, what the fuck is going on? The police didn't believe there was a cow. But there was so many reports. They went, what the fuck is going on? There was nobody in the streets.
It's lead in the paint or something.
Then what
Dundee people are
happened?
Fucking man.
We were cycling around like the Goonies,
looking
looking for a cow. The police stopped us and went, lads, home. They weren't taking the chance that we were going to get mauled by a giant killer cow.
Yeah. Oh, this one was...
In my mind...
This one was bigger than a standard cow.
In my mind, shoulders the height of this room.
It was probably a fucking spaniel.
There was no cow. No, it was...
Somebody'd stuck a pair of horns on.
It was nothing.
And it done doing it.
It wasn't even that deep. It wasn't even that deep.
Oh...
I remember
Jesus Christ.
my mate Charlie.
Uh-huh.
We were down in Charleston at the quite famous play park that was surrounded by an electric substation.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you were there, your hair would stand on end.
Yeah.
When you're on the and sometimes you'd touch the chute and you'd see sparks in
Yeah,
you.
it just gives you yeah.
It's the book.
Yeah.
And he went as loud as he could.
Oh my God, that's good.
And we watched these tenements, all the lights went off. People are putting the lights off because if the cow sees us...
Because they go up a set of stairs. They'd
They'd
go up in a lift.
We watched it. We were laughing
Could
so
throw
hard.
wings just fucking flying.
My had wings. But for 3 nights, hysteria gripped this place.
No, Dundie's
cow.
always hysterical. I keep saying this to you.
It was a cow.
It's hysterical all the time.
The police were involved. And the thing is, the police come down and
Uh-huh.
they go, everyone's hiding in their houses. We're hearing reports coming in 999 all the time. There has to be
Was
something
another
happening.
guy had a donkey in a
Nothing.
tenement in Dundee?
Yeah. They've had horses in tenements. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, and this is
Imagine
what they
a
believe.
horse when a horse pishes.
Oh, right through your ceiling.
Oh, my brother and I were out with my kids, and a ram came chasing after us, and it was going to fucking kill us. We had to hide up in a.
But the stories grow. But
Oh,
I can
yeah.
assure you there was no cow. Because
No.
But it was for years.
Uh-huh.
The Highland killer cow will get you.
Oh God.
And I think it was a way that you scared your... It was just what kids do.
That's great.
If there's a dark bit or
Yeah.
bushes, it was
Well,
like,
well,
now,
the real,
there's a pedo
well,
in
the
there.
real danger's your own family
Yeah.
fucking you and stuff.
It was, there's a pedo there or a
yeah.
killer cow.
Yeah.
And for 3 nights,
People had.
this book, it was so real.
Yeah.
But it only
It's-
happened in
It's
Charleston.
basically like the Son of Sam, except a cow.
Yes, but if you crossed the road, everyone thought they were mental.
They were safe. Yeah.
But if you were in this area,
Well, we
it
did
was
have-
so real.
We did have that guy Peach, the Closey bomber.
That'll put you off going out.
He was setting off explosives everywhere.
The final one, which isn't as strong,
No, it's maybe okay.
it isn't as strong.
His other one's okay.
Pizza was a new thing when I was a kid.
Well, remember, Dundee was the first McDonald's in Scotland.
Yeah, so we didn't really know pizzas.
Pizza had predated. Well, I don't believe that.
Well, I didn't get pizza.
To when?
Probably the 80s. I never really seen pizza or
You
anything.
saw pizza out and about.
No,
No, frozen pizzas come
No.
around. Findus pizzas.
no, not until the 80s.
No, there was curries going about.
Yeah, curries, but I didn't see pizzas.
Never saw a pizza.
No.
You never saw a pizza as a young kid.
On telly.
Okay. You
I've
saw a
never
pizza
seen-
on telly, but
Nobody's seen pizzas.
nobody in Dundee saw a
we
pizza.
never saw a pizza.
Till the 1980s.
And I went to my friend's
So there's no
house.
pizza in Dundee. Hold on, I'm just getting this right. No pizza in Dundee
Oh, there
prior
might-
to what, 1985?
No, and probably
Just
1980.
no pizza.
1980.
Nobody had any pizzas.
980.
Didn't
No.
even know who it was.
Well, we'd seen it. And this
Mystical, like a cow.
kid... Let's get to the story.
Please.
This kid, it was his birthday. He'd had his family around in that during the day.
Uh-huh.
We went down
Uh-huh.
to then... Because you'd travel on a route to pick up all your friends to go and do
yeah.
something. And his mum said he wanted pizzas.
You've seen them on the TV.
What's a pizza?
Like a unicorn.
And she made the best you could.
What did she do? A loaf?
Cheese on toast
Uh-huh.
with half a tomato on the top, and she cut it with scissors into a circle, and she handed it out to all of us.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's where my hate of tomatoes came from, because she sat watching us, and we had to eat it, and it was a cold tomato on cheese on toast. And I think my hate of tomatoes came from that. Wait, this was also in Charleston.
Now, I came from the northeast of Scotland. We had fucking pizza.
We didn't have pizza.
We had pizza.
We didn't.
So you had a McDonald's, as
We
I
had,
said.
we had a Kentucky Fried Chicken
Oh,
when we were kids.
but no pizza.
But I didn't get a
No, it's
pizza.
just never. Nobody had pizza. That's just utter. That's hogwash, mate.
I
You got
never had
pizza?
a pizza. I didn't have a pizza. I never had a pizza till I was about 9.
I wonder why I came to this fucking city.
We're in a fucking
just
poor
walk through.
area.
Oh, a poor area. Italians aren't known for having loads of money. It's
We're
fucking.
going out to
It's
a
dough
pizza
and
re-
cheese.
a pizza
you
restaurant.
have? Did you have flour in the house?
This is a place.
Did you have sausages? Did you have cheese? Did you have tomatoes? You have all the
Yeah,
Okay.
but you didn't make.
Did you have sandwiches? You're just
Yeah.
sitting there. You've got a loaf.
Well, to be fair, she did make a pizza.
You go on holiday somewhere to Forfar.
Cheese on
And somebody
toast.
takes, come Derek, come
And do you
through
know-
here a minute.
do you know the worst
See this
part?
loaf we've got here? You're like, yeah. How do you eat it? Oh, you say, I just take the loaf. I just eat it.
But-
Here's one for you. We'll make a sandwich. I've never heard of this. I saw that in the telly, a sandwich.
We didn't have pizzas. But the worst part was
Uh-huh.
his mum.
Uh-huh.
That was her that had the suitcase of dildos.
Okay.
I think I told you about that.
She hadn't have washed her
Tons of
hands.
them. But she was a hairdresser.
Okay.
And you know those long hairdressers with a little long scissors, the hairdressing scissors. That's what she used to cut the pizza into a circle.
Like Sylvester Stallone in Cobra.
Exactly the same.
Uh-huh.
So when I saw that,
Put you off.
no, I thought it was a genuine pizza in '86. When I saw Cobra, I went, maybe I was wrong because you cut
Yeah.
with scissors.
Okay.
See, you're connecting with the story,
Well, not really. It's,
but it was the cold tomato.
I've got a real sense of depression with these stories.
This is my youth. I've got a lot more, but I thought these would be ones.
You
that-
know what would brighten up? If you had a story about getting fucking raped by a priest, that would be a moment of light in the whole thing because somebody showed
You
you,
know
some
what?
attention.
of everything that's happened when I was
Yeah.
a kid, I was never diddled.
No, you're an
I was
ugly
very
kid,
lucky.
Phil.
I was
Ugly
very
kid.
ugly.
Ugly kid.
These ears stopped it.
The kid
They
with
just
long,
looked at me
greasy
like,
hair
Jesus.
because you didn't wash your hair.
Didn't wash my hair.
Jesus Christ.
Ladies and
The-
gentlemen,
the
that
ricket-
is.
that
I'm going to write
rickets-
a book.
The rickets you had because you never
I'm
ate tomatoes.
sweating.
Kid. Just going a bit.
But that was, it
Ken,
was
how-
a cold
If
tomato.
a paedophile was after you, Ken, what you could have just done.
What?
He's up in his tenement like that.
Yeah.
You're walking past. Throws you the line and he's
Yeah.
got a little mini Findus pizza on the end.
Oh my
You're
God.
just like,
Chasing
chasing
it.
after it.
You know,
Get
to be
lead you
fair,
into an alleyway and hit you with a
I,
salami.
I didn't know
Mm.
what a pizza looked like.
No.
So when
no,
I was given a pizza, I thought
it could have been square. They're not generally square.
that's why she cut it into a circle.
Sneaky bitch.
I'll tell you what, you can tell a hairdresser it was a perfect circle.
Perfect circle.
And I remember getting it, but it took so long to make it. By the time we got it, it was lukewarm
Uh-huh.
with an ice cold
Oh,
half
delicious.
half a tomato.
A
Just
cold bit of pizza is nice.
This,
I dip it in salad
dude,
cream.
Dude, it wasn't a
No, it wasn't.
pizza.
No, it wasn't. But you thought it was a pizza.
And you know what
But
it was?
if you think it's a pizza, it's a pizza.
But it was the worst
If
bread.
you
It
think
was
it's a
Mother's
pizza,
Pride
it's a
bread.
pizza. If your mum and dad when you were growing up, they just told you tatties were carrots and carrots were tatties.
That's right.
You would
And
know
I
it.
believed there was
Yeah,
a cow.
Yeah. Good fuck with people.
This is
man.
how it works.
Oh. I'm really
Ladies and
depressed now.
gentlemen. No, just wait. I'm going to write a book.
Ken, how people write, like Cape Ross, a friend of his, they grew up in South Africa, I think,
Yeah.
and the father was a beast. He fucking abused them and beat them.
Mm,
And the son of the family wrote a memoir,
right.
which was cheerier than this,
Oh.
and it was called Choke Chain. And it
Oh,
was about
Jesus.
the dad used to put him in a choke chain.
Oh, for
stuff.
Christ's sake.
His a barrel of laughs compared.
Wait
This
a
is
minute.
like Angela's ashes
You know what?
with pizza.
You said you weren't helping me.
Aye.
But you said it's like Son of Sam, but with a Highland cow.
Yeah.
You know what? We could take that approach. You've kind of set me
What
off,
do you
mate.
mean we?
Oh, you
I'm
smell your milk.
What do you mean we? I'm not getting involved in
And like,
this.
you've helped me.
I'm
Oh, God,
not
I'm
getting
excited.
involved. I'm not getting involved.
Until next time,
Gee,
later.
You know how you get people write these like it's like suffering porn in memoirs.
Oh,
it's
no.
like that.
No, this is exciting.
Jesus.
Goonies, Corey Feldman, watch him live. It's amazing.